Hi folks, it's Evo here from Thundermist Lure Company, and welcome to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. And today what I'd like to do is show you an alternate way to fish for carp. We're going to fish like the Europeans do, and we're going to use a hair rig, and I'll show you what that's all about. And normally I'm using corn, but today we're going to use boilies, and we'll talk about boilies. And I've got the traditional setup here, as you know, my favorite swivel, the T-turn swivel. And I get a lot of people asking about the T-turn, and if you can't find it in your local store, I'll put a link in the description below for you. It's an absolutely fantastic swivel, I love it. And I'm going down about 6 inches to a sinker, and then about 1.5 feet to my hair rig and my boilie. And I'll show you how that works. But right now I want to get my line in that water. I've chummed the area already, and I'll talk about that a little bit as well, because that's important. Here we go. I'm in. And now what I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to sit and wait for that first bite. It's early in the morning. It's nice and quiet. I'm going to spend the morning here fishing for carp, and I'm looking for a great day, so stay tuned, folks. Okay, folks, we got our first hookup of the day, and I don't think it's a big carp, but it's a decent fish. No matter how big they are, they're strong, folks, I gotta tell you. Oh, I better loosen my drag a bit. There he goes. Okay, the boilie has struck. Oh, a boilie has struck, folks. And, oh, actually, he's taking drag for a smaller fish. There he is there. Oh, what a fight. As you can tell here, I'm just on the side of the road. Oh. Fishing one of my favorite spots here at Lions Creek. And these boilies, these are actually Thundermist's own recipe. We made these ourselves. Oh, come on, Mr. Carp. And basically, all they are, these boilies, we just made a dough ball. And from the dough ball, we added some rice and some crushed corn flakes and some rolled oats, and we made our own boilies. There he is there. Actually, he's not too bad. Let's get him in here. There we go. Actually, he's a little bit bigger than I thought. There we go. That's about I'm going to say 6-pounder right there. Nice, strong fish. And like I say, they do get a lot bigger, but for the first fish of the day, I'll take it. Okay. Goodbye, Mr. Carp. And these boilies, we made our own, but you can buy them. They are readily available. You can buy them at your local bait and tackle shop. And as you can see, they work really well. I'm rigging another one on right now. Well, folks, the boilie and hair rig combination is working today, I'll tell you that. Oh, if I can keep out of those reeds. I lost a nicer one in those reeds earlier. I don't want to do that again. This is a nicer fish too. Out of the reeds. There we go. Got him out. Sometimes you can't control these fish if you get a real big one. Oh, this one's a nice fish. Oh. And they just go where they want to go, regardless of what you want to do. Oh, well, this is a different carp. Got big scales on him. Or maybe just a spawning carp. There you go. Oh, that's a nicer fish, folks, right there. Now, this is a nice sized carp. I'm going to show you. This one's a little different. If I can get him out here. This one's got big scales, if you could see there. And that's called a mirror carp. It's still a common carp, but they're referred to as a mirror carp. That's a bigger fish. That's about 15 pounds. And you see how he's got these big scales and they're kind of spotty? That is a mirror carp, and we're gonna mirror him right back in the water. That's a bigger fish though, folks, right there. He's about good and heavy. Goodbye, Mr. Carp. He's a good 12, I'm gonna say 12, an honest 12 pounds anyhow. Folks, we got another hookup.
This one feels smaller though than the last one, but he did pick it up and jolt away. Looks like a smaller carp, but he's still strong. And you know how much I love using corn, folks. And in Ontario here, we are allowed to use corn, but a lot of places you can't. And that's where the boilies come in. That's a nice alternative to corn. Oh, don't go under there. And these boilies we're using today, oh boy, these boilies we're using today are about the size of a dime. You can make them the size of a nickel, but I like them a little smaller. Oh. This guy's still green. I like them about the size of a dime, no bigger than a nickel, and it's a great alternative to using corn if you can't use corn. And like I say, they're readily available in bait stores, these boilies, or you can make your own. Okay. There we go. A little bit smaller, maybe about 4 pounds. There we go, circle hook, right in the side of the mouth. Okay, there you go. Goodbye, Mr. Carp. Now that's a catch and release for you. This one's a big one, and he wants to go under the bridge. He wants to go under the bridge, folks. I'm just gonna, oh no. Tighten my drag up a bit. I tell you, oh, this is a nicer fish. And remember the hair rig, we're just, using our own homemade hair rig. And again, all I'm doing, I'm using a little piece of wire as my needle, and I'm threading on that boilie, and then as a stopper, because I'm making my own hair rig, I'm just using a piece of elastic as a stopper, and I got a nice fish. Oh boy, they're strong. Yeah, that's all you need is a stopper to stop that boilie from coming off your hair. Just tie an elastic in a knot, and that'll do it. Okay. Okay. He does not like the net. There we go. That's a nicer fish. One big carp. Oh, there he goes. Okay, well, it was a big carp. Nice carp. That's the way to catch and release right there. One thing I'm doing today is I'm keeping my line really loose and I'm watching my line. It's a great way to detect a bite on these carp. And if you notice my rod, how it's bent, it's a slow tip, which means the rod bends from head to toe. And that's great for these carp because it takes up a lot of the pressure as you're fighting the fish. And this nice slow tip rod, as you can see here, is absolutely perfect. Okay. Oh, he's not even a big one. And look at the fight I'm getting. Oh, he's got to be about 4 or 5 pounds anyway. Oh. Okay. Let's see if I got him tuckered up enough. Oh, come on, Mr. Carp. Oh. There we go. Oh yeah, he's a solid 4 or 5 pounds. He's a good 5 pounds. Oh, there we go. Perfect. There's a nice carp right there. Common carp. Lots of fun. Readily available. Most creeks and lakes. Oh. And away he goes in a little shower to boot. That's it, folks. The jury's out. This is just way too much fun. This guy went peeling. I don't even think he's that big, but boy did he take off. You can see how much line I got out there. Oh, he's peeling again. Oh, he's just smoldering. Oh, he's down the other side of the creek. Okay, he's going in those reeds. I gotta get him out of those reeds. I've got my drag reefed down pretty tight, and he still peeled it. Maybe it's a decent fish. He might be bigger than I think. haven't had a chance to see him yet. Oh, actually, just put a swirl there on top of the water. Come on, Mr. Carp. Okay, I got him in here. Whoa. Oh, it's a nice carp, folks. This one is over 15. He's over 15. Oh, no wonder he took off like a bullet. Oh, wow. That's a big carp, folks. I mean big. They get a lot bigger than that, but he's 20 pounds for sure. Oh, there's another hookup, folks. There's another hookup. Feels about the same size as the last one. That didn't take too long. Oh. That circle hook is doing its job today, I'll tell you. I'm using that hair rig with the circle hook. And I mentioned about the chum earlier. And I think the reason why I'm getting these bites is I'm keeping the area well chummed, and I'm using handfuls of rice. And what you want to do is you want to use cooked rice, not raw rice, and just throw the rice out there handfuls at a time. These carp are always on the move, and what the chum does is it keeps them in the area a lot longer. Oh, he's still a bit green. And by keeping them in the area a lot longer, you got a better chance of getting a bite. Oh, feeling a bit of drag here. You know, I could tell you that I know why the Europeans love to fish for carp so much. And I know I love to bass fish. Oh, I love the saltwater fish. I love to do all kinds of fishing. And you know what? Carp is right up there. Okay. Oh, let's see if I can get him in here. Oh, he's still peeling drag. Come on, Mr. Carp. Oh, there we go. That's another 4-pounder. And look at the fight I'm getting out of a 4-pounder. Imagine a big one. Oh, he just came out too. Just came out. Okay, Mr. Carp. Yeah, he's about a 4-pound carp right there. And these are common carp. They're not the Asian carp or the flying fish that you hear about. These are common to the area. They've been around for years. It's very no problem to let them go, that's for sure. But that's a nice fish, but I want to get one a little bigger. That was a nice little bite. He just picked it up. Oh, there he goes. Feels a little bigger than the last one. Now, I was talking about the hair rigs and the boilies. Now, you can buy your hair rigs, but if you want, you can make your own. They're very simple to make, and all you got to do, when you tie your hook on, when you tie your hook on, there he is there. Oh, he just realizes he's hooked. When you tie your hook on, what you want to do is leave a tag end off the end of the hook. And that tag end is going to become your hair. And then on that tag end, you just tie yourself a little loop. And what you do is you take these boilies and you actually, with a needle or a little wire, you just thread it on that hair. Just thread it onto the hair, and the hair actually sits right beside the hook, so your hook is totally bare. Oh. And the reason for that is those boilies take up, there he is there. Those boilies are rather hard and they take up your hook gap. And this way on the hair, the boilie is, or your hook is totally exposed, and that allows for a better hook set. This looks like another 5-6 pound carp maybe. Okay, there he is there. Actually, it might be 7-pounder. Okay, that's a good, he's a good 7-pounder anyway, right there. And that's the whole beauty. Oh, let's get him back. There he goes. Of the hair rig with that exposed hook and the boilie. That exposed hook will find its way into the mouth all the time. Oh, what a nice fish. Boy, did he take off. Now, when you buy those hair rigs, if you buy them, keep my leg dry, he's still green, this one. They'll come with a little boilie stopper on there. Oh, and those boilie stoppers, you put on the end of your hair rig, and it stops the boilies from coming off your line. Oh, wow. Folks, I tell you, Like I said, I love all kinds of fishing. And if you haven't yet tried carp fishing, you got to give it a try. And if you can't use corn, the boilies are working great. And you know what? If you can't get any boilies, or if you can't make them, you could even use dough balls. And a simple dough ball, all you got to do is get a slice of Wonder Bread and use the white part of the Wonder Bread. Oh, there he is there. Oh, use the white part of the Wonder Bread and make yourself a nice little dough ball. You could even scent that dough ball with garlic or mix whatever you want with it. Oh boy, but this is a riot. This is a little bit of a nicer fish. I'm telling you, oh gee, you can't really do too much. I'm running 20-pound fluorocarbon right now, and you need that little bit of a heavier line. And I'll tell you, these carp get a lot bigger than the one I'm getting today, and they can really cut you off. Oh, break you off. Okay, see if I tired them a bit. Oh, this is a big long male. Oh, that's a nice fish. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see if I tucking him out. Oh, maybe not quite yet. Oh, he's taking drag again. Okay. Let's see if I can get him in the net, folks. Okay, come on, Mr. Carp. My little bass net, right in my little bass net. I got you. Oh, that's a nicer fish. Oh, that's a good, I'm gonna say he's closer to, he's a good 14 pounds anyhow, maybe 15. Okay, and that circle hook is really doing its job. Making my own hair rigs with that circle hook, it's working. Right in the side of the mouth. Look at that, it just came out too. Oh, and he bent my hook. See how big and strong these fish are, folks. I'm gonna have to, oh, I got an extra rod here. I'll use my other rod. But he bent that hook. He almost straightened it right out. Oh, and look at this. He's got another hook in him. He's got another hook in him. Someone else caught this fish. I gotta take this other hook out. There's no line on it. There it is there. One other hook, just like that. Okay. Oh yeah, you know what? He's all of 15, easily 15. They're thick. I don't know if you can tell how thick he is on camera there, but they're thick fish, and very heavy, and an absolute riot to catch. They're a lot of fun. Okay. Big heavy fish, folks, lots of fun. Using hair rigs, boilies, catching carp on a nice day. If you haven't tried it yet, folks, give carp fishing an opportunity. You'll have yourself a lot of fun. And as always, folks, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. I had a great time today. I hope you did too. And as always, until next time, good luck and good fishing.